Do you wonder which cars are the rarest? Here is a list of 10 rarest cars in the world. Number 10. Oldsmobile F88 Concept Car. Oldsmobile F88 was a Harley Earl project in the 1950s. Only 4 of classic American muscle cars were manufactured and only one still exists. The engine built in the Oldsmobile F88 concept car was a 3.4-liter V8, producing, amazingly for the 50s, 250 horsepower. The Oldsmobile F88 was a dream car created by Oldsmobile in 1954, with initial sketches made by Bill Lang. The F88's body was fiberglass. Number 9. Maybach Accelero. A supercar Maybach Accelero was made famous by a German show Cobra 11 and a Jay-Z rap video Last One. It was made in 2005 by a subsidiary of Daimler Chrysler, the Maybach Motorenbau GmbH, powered by a twin-turbo V12 engine that produces 690 horsepower. This supercar top speed is 218 miles per hour and has a 0-62 mph acceleration time of 4.4 seconds. It is hard to think that such a vehicle was difficult to sell. The purchase of Maybach Accelero occurred in 2008 by an American rapper star. The Maybach Accelero is a one-off high-performance sports car made by Stola, now part of BlueTech, in collaboration with Daimler Chrysler. It was unveiled at the Tempodrome in Berlin in 2005. Number 8. Bugatti Type 41 Royale Kellner Coupe. World-famous Ettore Bugatti planned to produce 25 Type 41 vehicles and sell them to European royals. Between 1927 and 1933 there was only 7 Bugatti Type 41 Royale Kellner Coupe produced, and it turned out that one of the most stylish cars in the world is unfortunately also one of the largest. There had been only 3 Bugatti Royale sold out of 7, and a huge 12,763-liter straight engine did not convince the European royals. The last luxury Bugatti Royale was sold in 2001. Ettore Bugatti planned to build 25 of these cars and sell them to royalty as the most luxurious car ever. But even European royalty were not buying such things during the Great Depression, and Bugatti was able to sell only 3 of the 7 made. 6 still exist, 1 destroyed in wreck. Still, the engines were reused successfully in newly constructed high-speed railcars for the French National Railway. Number 7. Jaguar XK120C. The rarest Jaguar in the world was a race car produced from 1951 to 1953 by Haynes, Malcolm Sayer, and R.J. Knight. The Jaguar XK120C was a very successful racing car at the Le Mans 24 Hours race. Pilots won in 1951 and even in 1953 with the Jaguar's vehicles. Today Jaguar XK120C are privately owned, road versions cars. The Jaguar C-Type, officially called the Jaguar XK120C, is a racing sports car built by Jaguar and sold from 1951 to 1953. The C stands for competition. A total of 53 C-Types were built, 43 of which were sold to private owners, mainly in the US. Number 6. Porsche 917, world-known Porsche car gains its name in Le Mans 24 Hours races and featuring Steve McQueen in Le Mans movie. Porsche 917 is the most famous racing car of all time. An auction record sales for Porsche happened in 2017 for the 917 driven by Steve McQueen in Personam, powered by a Type 912 flat 12 engine of 4.9 liter. Its Porsche top speed is 240 miles per hour and has a 0-62 mph acceleration time of 2.3 seconds. The Porsche 917 is a sports prototype race car developed by German manufacturer Porsche to exploit the regulations regarding the construction of 5-liter sports cars. Porsche drivers would win the Can-Am Championship in 1972 and 1973. 917 drivers also won the Interserie Championship every year from 1969 to 1975. Number 5. Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato. The Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato is a Grand Tourer sports car designed by Zagato and produced between 1960 and 1963. Introduced in October 1960 at the London Motor Show, Aston Martin's DB4 GT car was improved in Italy at the Zagato factory. Aston Martin was first to build factory-sanctioned continuation models, but today there are less than 20 Aston Martin DB4 GT Zagato cars in the world. And the small number of vehicles makes them one of the most valuable and collectible cars in Aston Martin's history. It was effectively a DB4 GT, lightened and improved by the Zagato factory in Italy, by Ercole Spada. Initially, the factory planned to produce 25 cars, but demand was not as strong as expected and production was reduced to 20. Number 4. Aston Martin DBR1, one of the rarest cars to win both Le Mans 24 Hours races and World Sports Car Championship in the same year, and the most important car Aston Martin ever produced. Famous for a blockbuster movie, Aston Martin DBR1 played a starring role in Aston Martin's races. It was a 2.5-liter engine that won 6 World Sports Car Championships. The Aston Martin DBR1 was a sports racing car built by Aston Martin starting in 1956, intended for the World Sports Car Championship as well as non-championship sports car races at the time. It is most famous as the victor of the 1959 24 Hours of Le Mans, Aston Martin's only outright victory at the Endurance Classic. It is one of only 3 cars in the 1950s to win both the World Sports Car Championship and Le Mans 24 Hours in the same year. Number 3. Ferrari 250 GT California SWB Spider. 3 of the world's rarest cars are Ferrari's cars. Ferrari Car Company was founded as an out of Alfa Romeo's race division in 1939 by Ennio Ferrari. Not interested in producing road cars, Enzo Ferrari manufactured Ferrari 250 GT California SWB Spider, revisited race car. This sports car becomes one of the most valuable cars in the world. The Ferrari 250 is a series of sports cars and Grand Tours built by Ferrari from 1952 to 1964. The company's most successful early line, the 250 series, includes many variants designed for road use or sports car racing. Number 2. Ferrari 250 Testarossa. The second place goes to Ferrari 250 Testarossa. This race car was manufactured during the 1950s and 1960s, designed to offer racing pilots a much more powerful engine as the 500 TRC. It is a consideration of the second rarest prototype in Ferrari's car company existence. The Ferrari 250 Testarossa, or 250 TR, is a racing sports car built by Ferrari from 1957 to 1961. It was introduced at the end of the 1957 racing season in response to rule changes that enforced a maximum engine displacement of 3 liters for the 24 Hours of Le Mans and World Sports Car Championship races. Number 1. Ferrari 250 GTO, Gran Turismo Omologato. The rarest car in the world is Ferrari 250 Gran Turismo Omologato, a rare diamond designed and cared for by Enzo Ferrari in personam. In June 2018, the 1964 Ferrari 250 GTO became the most expensive car in history, setting an all-time record selling price of $70 million. The Ferrari 250 GTO is a GT car produced by Ferrari from 1962 to 1964 for homologation into the FIA's Group 3 Grand Touring Car category. In 2004, Sports Car International placed the 250 GTO 8th on a list of top sports cars of the 1960s, and nominated it the top sports car of all time.